Rba special here today. It's the RBA, it's the RBA, it's the RBA, and we're back. New York City has a new team in town, and they're fighting for their playoff lives tonight. 7-9, New York City will play against the Minnesota Wolf Yankees, who have only played 12 RBA basketball games. And Minnesota's going to be catching up in the next couple of days. I'll be catching up. So, yeah, they're playing on Friday against Cleveland, at Cleveland. They're on the road for the next couple. Denso Crano, flying higher, soaring lower, mooring soar. Then they go back to Orlando on Tuesday, where they'll meet their 15 mark, and then 16, 17, 18, 19 games they'll play by the end of May. They will play 7 games in this month in total. New York City, I believe they're one of the teams that gets to play 20 in the month, or gets to 20 in the month, so then they'll have less when they get back. Harold Andrews broke his arm, so he'll return with a new arm. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, yeah. And then they don't play till actually July. So they got a long break. They got a month break after the All-Star game, and then they go out and play their final 12 games for New York Yellow Jacks. So most of their season's gonna be done by the end of May. So a lot to determine still. RBA basketball, let's rumble, yeah! Minnesota gets the tip. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Garnett for 3, yes. And look, that's how you start every ball game. Kalen Garnett with rhythm. Hodges for 3, got it. Dan Hodges, who is one of the best shooting guards in the RBA this season. We can take a little look at some results here we got. Here. For the RBA, Manuel Cortez will be the star point guard right now for the All-Star game. Then Jabari Brown. Then Derek Carbide, then Jabari Brown. Jake finds Ralph. Jake for 3. Got it. Jake Morin. Brown after him. And Jabari Brown got 3rd place. Dan 3. Yeah! Does Ralph Bolino care? It does not seem like it, as he's not even trying that hard to get points tonight. Ralph for 3. Yeah! 12-3 start for Minnesota. Hollins missed. Rebound open. Ralph. And then obviously Zayn Freeman. I believe it's LeAngelo Brown, who's averaging 35 points per game. Harold Andrews for 3. Da-da-da-ba-bum. But if New York goes 6-10 tonight, does not mean that they're out, but means that they're getting to that level of not playing too high in 16 games. They got to get to a 50-50 record to get in the playoffs. Obviously, they're in. They're much better than Charlotte and Chicago. A lot of people are saying that Chicago should make it and New York shouldn't. So a couple losses for New York and that would be the case. No. Jake 3. Look at Garnett. He came up to try to stop Hodges, but he was late. But Jake did his job well there. He got himself open. And obviously the last one was Zayn Freeman Jr. More than 3. Oh. Ralph. Oh. Harold, good defense. Harold Andrews. And by the way, for the East, Connor Val. Leads the East in scoring. Then Hodges in all categories. By the way, they did not add that many categories to this one. But next one is going to have 6 categories. I wish it was 7, but possibly could be 7 if they are all tied up. They'll go into the steals and blocks categories. They're saying that's only if necessary. So 5 to 6 is what people are arguing it is. Ralph hits a 3. Yeah, they said it's 6 if necessary, so it is 5. Just to clear the air for that one. Connor Val, then Scott Lee, who got a lot of votes and is doing very well. He's one of the best point guards in the RBA now. Garnett to Bolino. Beep. That took a very long time. Wouldn't have counted either way. End of 1. Ralph Bolino in Minnesota already on top. That was a fast quarter, huh? Well, yeah, man. Quarter, huh? Well, obviously, yeah. Lee, then Dax Freeman. Well, yeah, man. And then Robert Jett at 4th, and then Robinson at 5. A lot of people want Holiday, though. Just to clear the air for that one. Arguing it is. Ralph hits a 3. Yeah, they said that 6 is necessary, so it is 5. Just to clear the air for that one. Connor Val, then Scott Lee, got a lot of votes. Dax, Robert Jett. Dax Freeman and Robert Jett. That took a very long time. Dax and Robert Jett. And then Justin Robinson. How do you feel about that? No. Hollins unable to. He might make All-Star game. Ralph 3. Ralph Bolino. Brendan Hollins right now is not going to make All-Star game, but 8.8. He's 16 games in. Ralph Bolino, though, he's at 25.7. I think the cutoff is around 31. Jake unable to. Dan, they really want to fight right now. Russell. Oh. Garnett finds Jake. Down the lane. Oh. 3. Jake Morin. It's that time of the season, Marv. Beautiful shooting by Jake Morin. And he's got 11. Harold Andrews. Garnett, yes. Kalen Garnett hits a 3 and scores. Dude. Russell hits a 3, yes. Hollins in the paint. Hollins 3, unable to. Rebound Oven, yeah! Ralph Bolino already has 6 assists off of 4 for 9 shooting and 3 defensive rebounds. It's very saddening that Harold Andrews didn't get picked already. He already got knocked out of All-Star voting. He has so much potential in the next couple of years, but not this year. Harold on the drive. It's an offensive foul. Offensive foul on the play. Jake finds Garnett. Wide open. And he's fouled. Good job. Our returns for the power forwards are this Friday. That's coming up very soon. We'll probably do them tomorrow and then post them on Friday. But Garnett, he's just special. He's a very talented power forward. And in this Western Conference, there's David White. There's Garnett, obviously. There's a lot of good power forwards in the West, actually. Mac Jack. I don't know if he'll make it this year, actually. Ralph. 3! He's doing a good job from the three-point line. There's Derek Valerie. He's going to kill the game, yeah. Valerie, White, Mac Jack, and Garnett, and Griffin. That's already 5. And then who are the rest? Ivan Manning. He's probably going to make it as well. So one of those that we mentioned won't make it already. And all the power forwards sit in the West. Yeah, you got to balance that out. It was balanced until Derek Valerie came. But, you know, it happens. In the East, James Freeman, Cassie Brown. A lot of good power forwards in the East as well. Those are 2 that we just mentioned. Oh. Minnesota basketball. Jake for 3, got it. Jake Morin. Harold hits a 3, yes. What are the other ones? I just mentioned 6 power forwards. There are some remaining ones. Calvin Johnson, he's one of them. He probably won't make it. He's very under. And there's a lot of good all-stars already on his team. I think 3 of those guys are going to... Jenny Gregg and LiAngelo are going to make it. LiAngelo should have helped Calvin before he did that trade, but he didn't. Helping way too much. Hodges was originally going to be on Denver, but then obviously didn't get drafted there. San Diego wanted him. They flipped him for what they got, and then that's just draft picks is what they got. I think they realized that the next draft was going to be better. Dan, it's a 3! Dan Hodges. That's 1. Calvin Johnson right there. And then obviously, Caden Goodwill could be an opportunity player. Ralph finds Garnett. Oh, Garnett inside. Nice play. Gotta go. Harold. Oh. Remember that. Usually we shouldn't do that. This is not out of bounds anymore, by the way. The cassette bounce is out of bounds. So if it goes out like that on this side of the court, it's not out of bounds anymore. That's interesting. I like that. That's a very interesting thing. Already on to the third quarter. We're going to slow things down a little bit. We're only 15 minutes into this game. And there's not really any fouls. That's why in this first half, we've only seen 2 fouls. Both teams are playing very smoothly here. This game is going by very smoothly as well. 15 minutes in only. And they're going to slow some things down. They're going to have a good halftime. So we can slow it down a little. But yeah, they're going to have a 12-minute halftime and then put an RBA basketball logo. All right. Yeah. Just want to talk a little with the league. Yeah, so Harold Andrews, Ralph Bolino with 15 at the half. He's doing a great job. But Jake Morin is doing a better job. 5 for 8. This dude is hitting a lot of his 3-pointers. Look at this man. Splash. Bang. Keep hitting threes. Jake, you are that guy. I'll have you know that right now. You are that guy. And you know that you can hit threes at a high level. And shoot and score and gnarl it down low. Jake Morin for you guys, everybody. Garnett inside tonight. Who are the other couple power forwards that we can mention here? There's a couple. There's Kennedy Garnett. He's an option. Definitely for San Antonio. He's been a very good option all year long. There's Randy Forbes. So that's a competitive race for it, actually. A lot of power forwards, Oklahoma City's power forward in specific, neither one of them will probably be an all-star. And then we have one more. Nevada's power forward won't make it. Denver's power forward won't make it. San Antonio, Oklahoma City's, they all won't make it. And then, yeah, we mentioned already that it's going to be a competition between the top 6. And there's going to be one that doesn't make it. Garnett, David White, Mac Jack. That's 7 right there. And Griffin, that's 8. Ivan, that's 9. And of course, we're missing one more in specific. We mentioned him. Valerie. Yeah, and Derek Valerie has a tiny bit of an advantage because he played a lot better in the beginning of the season. He's averaging 22.4 right now. That's an interesting Western Conference. They already got the statistic line down for that one. And honestly, we can look at it right now if you want even too. And we can take a little peek at it. Obviously, tomorrow we'll be doing that and then we'll post it on Friday. But also player of the games matter, which power forwards don't really get. So for one power forward, got a lot of those. That's good. Mac Jack with 17.6. David White with 19.2. Kennedy Garnett. So they're in the safe. He's really not. Garnett's in the safe. Griffin's in the safe. Valerie's in the safe. Ivan and I don't know anyone else. Because, like, we mentioned 6. Yeah, and there is 6 here that we're looking at. Once again, the lowest one doesn't make it. Right now, the lowest one is Mac Jack. Garnett's right there, but the lowest one is Mac Jack. So I think tomorrow they'll look at that a little bit deeper. If Garnett got a couple player of the games, it will change things. But overall, what they're looking at tomorrow is votes, player of the games, and the statistical line. And then the next one, the next return, which is the final return, they'll look at the first returns. They get 3 extra points for being in that return, by the way. So, and then they'll look at, for power forwards, rebounds and field goals, and if necessary, steals. Which only 2 power forwards actually passed for that, Cassie and Kennedy. For the East, it looks like Riley Griffin leads that, and then Cassie Brown. There's James Freeman. I have no clue anyone else. Maybe Russell Murray. For the East, it's not looking too good. 1, 2, I can say right there, and then you have James, and you have Russell Murray, and probably JoJo Johnson Jr., if anything. So Johnson Jr. would make it with 11.9. And by the way, if they see that a power forward like Mac Jack, he's better than JoJo Johnson Jr., they're probably going to put him instead and have the East have less players. Or give the East another option. Like, if they see that Justin Holiday didn't make it, they might put Holiday at the 4. They're not going to allow JoJo Johnson Jr. to slide if he's under everyone else's category. He's got to be a little bit closer to everybody. And right now, he's not. It goes JoJo, and then it's 14.4, which is Russell Murray. Right now, that's the statistic we got as of that's the statistic we got as of 4/28/23. That's when we got these, and that's the case. So they stopped. That was the cutoff for it. It was this Sunday, and it's over already. Oh, it was this Friday. Damn. So, yeah, they might want to cut that off this Sunday, but you know. Go, basketball. Dan and Garnett stay in the game. Ralph, Jake, and Owen get the rest first. Coach Kevin Garnett wants Kalen Garnett, his son, to be an all-star. He said that he expresses how much he wants Ralph Bolino to make it. Bolino said it doesn't matter at this point of his career if he becomes an all-star. But Coach Garnett mentioned how it's important to have all of them there in Oklahoma City when it's in Oklahoma City, and he told us that he expresses that he's going to try to run the game plan through Ralph Bolino more so that it happens for him. Yeah, Ralph Bolino doesn't care, which makes the coach want to do it even more now. He wants to, because what Kevin Garnett's thinking is, This is Minnesota's year. That's why they've been playing so hard. This is the late great Ovenchrist. Like, they started this league because they felt the grief of that. What happened? They said, he would want us to keep playing. He wouldn't want us to stop, or else we weren't gonna continue. We were just gonna put them in the Hall of Fame. We weren't gonna continue a league, but then we did because of that. And it embraced us. It motivated us to continue this league. You know, that's the case. So Garnett feels like this is Minnesota's year, and that Dan, Ralph, Garnett, Oven, and Jake should all be all-stars. They should be all part of that. There should be 5 out of 20, 25% of Minnesota should be there, and especially Oven Jr. Not the third. He's young. He's not going to be in there no matter what you do, but Oven Jr. probably is not going to make it either now. He's very behind, considering all the other centers in the league. He's very behind. So he wants Ralph Bolino to make it because he knows how much Ovenchrist loved Ralph Bolino. There's Aqua, there's Kevin Irving, there's a lot of guys. Angel Collin Jr. This says that Oven Jr. averages 6.1, but there's Sarah, there's Jamal, there's Colin, Aqua, and there's already Irving above that. So right now, where does he sit? Jamal's first in the West. Sarah's there. Andrew's there. Aqua's obviously going to be there. And then after 10.8, there's Colin. So you have to have like 7.0. So Sarah Lopez is the last one. I think that could change. But Colin, Jamal, Aqua, those are all superstars. You have to understand that. And Colin Jr., he's an all-star. But Colin and Jamal, Jamal's a potential superstar, and Colin's a superstar. With that, Lopez, I don't see anyone else really. So it could be Oven Jr. Yeah, it could be. It could be Oven Jr. Right now, it's not. Beep. Right now, it's not because he's a little bit behind, but he's like a 0.0 behind, or 1.2 behind only, though. So, with that being said, I mean, it's not that bad. Yeah. And beep. Let's get ready to rumble, everybody. Yeah. Back here, 12 minutes later. New York is going to start with the basketball. Minnesota started during the start of this game. So Hodges and Collins are not going to be in. Are going to be in first. And then they'll sub out for what it appears to be Brandon or Bruno and Russell Murray. Clay, 3, unable to, and off of Hatston Winslow, not even off of Thompson. Dan, it's the 3. Earl on the drive, couldn't get it to float its boat. Garnett missed, rebound. Hatston unable to. And out of bounds. Over in the 3rd, yeah! Ovenchrist, the 3rd. He is dominant, and I really like how dominant he is, to be honest with you. And it's Earl Lister. Then Garnett on the drive in. Kalen Garnett with 12. Hatston Winslow for 3. Lewis got that 3 off. Dan for 3, yes. 16 points for Dan Hodges. Dan 3, oh. Some Minnesota fans in New York today. Dan Hodges has 16. Dan for 3, unable to out of bounds. Over in the third. Finds D-Ray. Dan, and he tried forcing a foul. They're not going to give it. And Derek Ray Jr., here he is again. 3! Earl Lister with a turnover. Bad pass. Bad pass. Awful pass there. And not a good pass. Yeah. Overchrist Jr. and Jake Warren are checking into the game. For Joey Dan and Kalen Garnett. About the same minutes. Ralph gets the least amount of minutes per request, actually. He requested that so he doesn't get injured. Maybe that's why he doesn't score as much as everybody else. I don't think he cares about scoring. That's the reason. Like, I think he cares about winning, and that's why he's put his ego behind. Because he used to score a lot more, Marv. But now he's getting older. He realizes that he's been through a couple of injuries. He has a lot of RBA basketball experience. Why am I going to risk my body, Jake Morin, when I can rest my body? And Jake, obviously, he's been through a lot too. He's 27 now. He's not young either. This Minnesota team has won RBA championships together. They've won 1 together. Ray, yeah! Nice shot. Over in the third, it's getting kind of confusing. Jake goes to that position. Clay, 3, unable to, inside, nice. New York can't control themselves at all. Oven in the paint. Brother to brother there. They have each other's back. He might bench for one of them. Doesn't matter who, but he loves playing basketball with his brother. That's all that matters. And Garnett refuses to trade him, and he might even look to get rid of one of the other dudes so that he can get another center. Not likely, but there is Overchrist IV coming out. He might go to Chicago, though. Ray Jr. Oh, yes, sir! He's so healthy. And Derek Ray Jr., he's had these type of moments before in his career. He's a great three-point shooter. No. 329 attempts, and he's made 62%. Clay hits a 3. Clay Thompson. Yeah, he found somewhere to be useful. That's what he said in his recent press conference when he joined New York, that he found somewhere where he can be useful. Bruno, no. Clay, yes. Here we go. 3. Oh, yes, sir. Klay Thompson hits a three.
Somewhere to be useful.
Oohs and ahs. Klay Thompson continues to shock the world.
New York. That he found somewhere where he can be useful. No. Klay, yes. Here we go. To be useful. No. Klay, yes. Here we go. Three. Oh, yes, sir.
80 points and about 3/4 scored. Beautiful job. Klay Thompson coming for you live. Yeah, well, he's so talented. He's passing his little bro there in three-point shooting. Klay Thompson, he's a great player to start a team with, actually, too. And he's a great shooter. Old-time statistics state a lot for him. And he was originally on San Diego. He got that blue arm sleeve because he played a little bit with the Charlotte team. He keeps that blue arm sleeve for memory of that he played with them. That's like a mark that he played with them. He's 51% for the three-point line, which I'm surprised. Isn't he supposed to be like a sniper, like only threes? And that's crazy that he's only 51% from it. Yeah, he's only made 51% of his shots. And how many games has he played all time? 146. That's decent. I mean, whatever you say is right, probably. You're a statistician genius. Yeah, I am. But Rock Paulino checking in for Lewis Reed. Did Minnesota finally find a backup point guard? You know they were running Jake Moore last year at that, and now Jake is averaging high numbers without being a backup point guard. He was averaging much more, but he's averaging still good numbers for not being a backup point guard. He would average much more if he was a backup point guard, though. They moved him once they got Derek Ray Jr., though. They didn't want him to get injured. He kept on getting injured. So they like resting him more, as he's obviously going to take a break, too. Beep. Yeah, Jake. Not yet, coach is saying. Not yet. Substitution on the court. Harold Andrews subbing in. Brendan Hollins and Dan Hodges for Bruno Clark. Bruno subs out. Beep. Russell Murray subs out. The returns are in. So none of these will matter. These are going to go for the next returns, which are in 5 weeks. Week 15 to 20 is a different return pattern. It's just all of them total. Derek Ray. Oh, yeah, you got to catch it. Waste of position there. Waste of time. Ralph wants to get some buckets up now. Dan, yes, Joey Dan. Joey Dan out of St. Paul University. He's been here all this time, ever since Ralph got here. Yeah, he's one of the OGs, bros. So, you can rely on him. And Ralph Bolino has said that since the beginning, that you can rely on Joey to be there for you. He's always been there for him. Joey actually is 4th place right now in the votes. Klay, yes, got it. He's behind Ryan Kurdinger, but he's last in scoring. Able Hodges 3. They'll check. Don't know if that was a 3 or not. They'll check that one. Joey actually is 4th place right now in the votes. Klay, yes, got it. New York shooting 3s now.
scoring. Hey, boo. Moses. Breathe. Hey, boo.
A 2-pointer would have been like this, but a 3 is like this. So number 2 is like that. You can't really hit it 2 from that far away. Remember that. So if it's away from if it's off the air, it's a 3 for sure. It's a close 2-pointer though. They don't have that kind of digital system, so they're gonna give the 3. Dan Ho just made a 3-pointer. And yeah, Coach Garnett upset about that. Garnett actually coached Chicago. They did not play well, and he quit. They usually fire him. He just left. He was the assistant, Brendan Hollins, for Tom Domino's. And Garnett doesn't really like Tom Domino's. They had some drama back in the day with him. Owen is really good friends with Tom. Was it really good friends with Tom, though? Dan missed that one. Derek Ray Jr. grabs the board inside Ralph Paulino. And he continues to struggle in this half. And this is why you can't get above 26. Brendan Hollins. And now a 9-point game. Ralph inside. Reverts in. Ralph Paulino. Good job right there by Paulino. Really maintaining his basketball skills. Jake Morin. Substitution. Garnett, he's right behind Mac Jack. So he's got to get some points too if they want to keep him alive. Bruno Clark is not subbed in yet. Boo! Ralph. And this season, 63% from there. Russell for 3. Got it! Russell Murray. 9-point game. Ralph wants to run an ISO. He hits a 3. 25 for Paulino. Clay, 3. 17 for Clay Thompson now. Garnett, 2 minutes. Garnett missed. Rebound on the drive, and he's fouled. Russell Murray. Yeah, clearly a foul. Come on, Russell, yeah! New York fighting in this still. They're actually doing a pretty good job this season. They're only 4 points projected to lose by. Minnesota plays Baltimore very soon. They got to get some wins before they start playing the hard teams. Ralph! Oh! Harold Russell, 3. Oh, that's close. We'll check. We will check that one specifically. Russell Murray. Garnett fighting, trying to get more stats here. New York fighting in this still. Russell Murray he wants the ball back so that they can lose by. Minnesota plays Baltimore very soon. They got to get some wins before they start playing the hard teams. Ralph! Oh. Harold Russell. Oh. Didn't touch either player. So it is off of Russell Murray, yeah. Didn't touch either player. He did not touch either player on the play. The turnover is still by Russell Murray, Minnesota basketball. Boo! Ralph looking at Dan. Ralph, it's a 3. Ralph Ballino all by himself tonight. Brendan unable to, out of bounds. Garnett looking, yeah! There you go. Harold hits a 3, yes. Ralph inside, stolen away by Harold. Clay, 3, couldn't get anything to float. Dan, Ralph, Dan wanted it. Dan slipped out of his hands, let the ball slip out of his hands. Bad play by Joey Dan, and really a big play by Joey Dan to allow that to happen. Klay Thompson subbing out for Bruno Clark. Beep. They couldn't handle it anymore. Bruno was waiting too. So now Dan lost the ball. And New York wants to use that 20 that they always get at the end to set up a play. And he'll go now, Dan. It's a 3. Hodges makes it a 6-point game. Garnett, Ralph, 3. Got it. Ralph Ballino. Yes, sir. Dan slipped out of his hand. Use that 20 that they always get at the end. Set up a play. And he'll go now, Dan. It's a 3. Hodges makes it a 6-point game. Garnett, Ralph, 3. Got it. Ralph Ballino. I told you, he's a special player, and he's going to play at a special level. Mama, there goes that man. Ralph Ballino is a special man. He's a special guy, isn't he? Yep, he's special. He's very, very, very special. Ralph Ballino. As talented as he is, it's time for New York City to come back after their 30 here. Bruno, 3, unable to. Dan got the board. Yes, sir, Ralph. Joey Dan got the rebound. Dan, 3, got it. Joey Dan. Harold, it's a 3. Ralph, and now they're making it very consequential here. Hodges off in 17 seconds about. They'll check that. 18, they're going to give 18 seconds on the clock. Ralph, 3, 2, got it. Jake inbounded. It's 16 seconds. Hodges, 3, unable to again. Blocked by Morin. Morin! Yeah! Defense to offense. Jake not allowing anything to stop him tonight. Not even that man. Telling that rookie what's up. Mama, there goes that man. And a lot of the Minnesota players had to talk to New York players for the rookie conversation last night. That actually ends after All-Star Week. They won't be talking, so... Yeah, because they got to start getting ready for playoffs. They're not going to talk anymore to each other. Opponents are allowed to talk to each other the first 20 weeks of the league. And then after that, they don't really talk after. They just start getting ready for playoff mode, tournament mode. Jake Morin I love how we got that block,
Who's
though.
that man? A lot of this. Seconds of an out. They'll check that.
Love how we got that block there. He's really doing a good job tonight. Second half, he's 1 for 1. He hasn't really shot the ball as much. Only 5 points in the second half.
3-2, got it.
And as Ralph Bolino climbs up that ladder a little bit more here. 14.5 assists, 8.2 rebounds.
3, unable to win. Seconds. Hodges. 3, unable to win. Blocked by Moran. Yeah.
10 seconds actually. After review, there's 10 seconds on the clock. And look at that block. It's more of an intimidation, but that was a bad example of what it looked like. Yeah, good job. Remember, if you touch the tape, it's fine. If you touch the board, it's kind of debatable there. And then, obviously, Jake and Dan started running. Dan caught up with him really quickly and was ready to guard him and didn't really know how to guard him there. He's learning. He's learning. Let him learn. Jake, he's that guy. He's that guy that replaced Abraham Johnson when he left to Dallas. He said, I want more. Robin Shapiro came into Minnesota. And then Jake Moran joined Minnesota. Minnesota had a couple of shooting guards before they could have their set shooting guard. Garnett knew as well because of the whole entire Garnett situation where he retired with Oven with a championship. And Garnett won. Kalen Garnett was there that year as a bench player. And you know what happened? Garnett won the All-Star. Garnett won it for them. No, that was the year after. Kalen Garnett won his rookie year, but that was the year after. And Kaden Garnett, I wish he continued playing. He did not want to play. He finished his college degree and became a doctor, so Garnett let him go. He's like, it's all good. You can go. All my sons are in the RBA already. I'm already proud of all my kids, and one of them's a doctor. That's a great thing to have. Kennedy, Kevin, Kaylin, Katie. Katie went on to marry, and one of the Ovens, actually. Very good friends with each other. Family friends, and Katie knew Oven Jr. for so long, and then they got married. And Garnett's so happy about that they're finally related with the Ovens family, and that Katie Garnett is gonna got the Katie Christ Jr. Christ last name, so it's Katie Christ now. Yeah, nice. Way to keep the family going. Nice job. All right, well, New York. Dan, 10 seconds out of bounds with 8 seconds. That was stupid of Dan. Once again, I don't know what's going on now. Dan gonna give it to Garnett. Garnett. Yeah! 4 seconds to go. Garnett gets that one in, and now he makes it about a 13-point game. I'd say Bruno, 3. Unable to. Harold wanted it. No. Dan, beep. Yeah! Joey Dan. Joey Dan trying to keep his averages up. Did he go down in statistics, or what happened? Why is he going so crazy for it? No, I think he went up. That's what he's trying to do. He went up by 0.1. He's fine. Jake Moran, 24.5. Jake, since Sunday, let's find him. Oh, they're right next to each other, actually. So where you find Joey, you'll find Jake. Yeah, 24.7. He went down. Ralph Bolino, though, they win by 16. Ralph Bolino, he had on Sunday, well, actually Friday this is, but Ralph Bolino, where are you? Oh, that's power forwards. Ralph Bolino, 26.8. He's going to go up. Let's see who we can talk to tonight. 7 rebounds for Ralph Bolino. 12 assists, 33 points. I don't really know who the player of the game is, Marv. Who do you think it should be? Well, we'll have to see, because Dan had a good game. I think it's Bolino for sure. So, yeah, he's going to go ahead and get another one of those. Yeah. So, let's talk to Ralph Bolino, who just got player of the game. Yeah, he went ahead and got another one of those. That's very good for him as a player. And as a whole. So there you have it. Ralph Bolino gets another one. Now he has 6 player of the games. Jake. Check on Kalen Garnett real quick. No, he did a great job, and Kalen, 18.4. Now he's 18.2. He's fine. Just wanted to check on him. He's on top of everybody as long as he can keep above Mac Jack, who's 17.6. Mac Jack might have a couple good games, so be ready for that. It matters who the Wizards and the Yankees play. If Mac Jack has a good game, it's probably because they're playing a weak team. So that scheduling matters a lot too. Let's talk to Ralph Bolino with the win. I mean, win percentage, when you provide for your team, you get the win and you get a player of the game. Great job for Ralph Bolino once again. Minnesota and New York City. Minnesota has to stay aware. They have a game in a couple of days, and obviously New York has a game in a couple of days too. So neither one gets rest. Minnesota will play Cleveland at Cleveland. So they have a little bit of traveling to do. They can practice. They got to get to Cleveland first, and they can practice at the court once they get there. So they're on their way. Everybody except for Ralph is leaving. Then New York, obviously, they have to go to Oklahoma City by tomorrow night. They're the second game on the night, though. Dallas and Orlando will be first, obviously, so that they can have some time to get there. And then Orlando at San Diego will be the first game. So they have a game in between that. Of course, New York loses, so Orlando. So New York will play tomorrow. Oklahoma City, they got to get to Oklahoma City by tomorrow night. It's going to be a late night game just because of the fact that it's in Oklahoma City. It's going to be a little bit later than the Dallas-Orlando game, which will be first. It'll be the second game. It's not going to be late. We're not going to have any night games. Probably. All right, let's talk to Ralph Bolino, everybody. All right. Ralph, what a win there for you. You saw the returns and you weren't on them. How did you feel about that? It doesn't matter about that. That kind of stuff doesn't matter to me. Coach wants me to be on the team. Coach told me that he wants me to make the All-Star game and that he's going to play around me more. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I mean, you don't have to. I told him it doesn't really matter to me. I've made a lot of All-Star games in the past. I'm not missing out on anything. I love seeing everybody at the All-Star game, obviously. It's the only time you get to see everybody that plays RB basketball at the highest level. But it don't matter to me. Let the youngsters get some too. They have a career too. I'm like all right about it, but he wants me to make it, so I listened to Coach and I started scoring more tonight. I want to continue to score like that, and hopefully now I can get it because Coach Kevin wants it. I'm gonna blame Kevin for that. For the young rookies not getting it like LiAngelo, and some of those guys are really good. LiAngelo and Manuel, they both deserve it. And then Zayn, obviously, he's very talented. And Jabari and Derek. Derek's a hell of a player, man. It takes hell to beat him. And obviously, Jabari, he's obviously gonna make it. He's one of the older guys, so he's actually one of the only older guys left. That's crazy. When I first started in the season, my first season there was Carl Walter, late great Carl Walter. My bad. He passed away with Coach Owen, late great Coach Owen, and that was a really good friend of mine. And yeah, obviously I want to make it. I want the whole team to make it because of that, and that's why we want to try to play so hard this season. We feel that we need this. Dallas also feels that they need it, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Western Conference Finals like that. Minnesota against Dallas. That's an all-time classic, and we love that. We would love to see that. But when I first started, it was Michael, David, me, the younger guy, and obviously Carl, great Carl. He made it, and a lot of changes. It's crazy. There was not that many teams as there is now. Just LAS, Minnesota, Dallas, and everybody made it. Pretty much the All-Star game, everybody made it because there was only 4 teams in each conference, and they added 2, and it was just me. Like I said, Michael, Carl, and David, we all made it, and we were so happy to be with each other those couple first years. And then when they added, I believe it was LAW and San Diego, David Lee made it, maybe, I believe, and Bill made it too, I think, one year. And they added more teams. They added 16 teams, and Morris never made it, but Robin Shapiro went to that squad. He was a threat, but it's always been fun. I feel like now that they added 20 teams with Nevada and Denver in the West, it's more fun, but it's less of a thing to even need to score and need to have happen. All right, congratulations on the win. Thank you. There you have it, Ralph Bolino. Well rested up for that one. That's gonna be the